got to the other side of the coast. Wandered on down the coast and found my car, which was great. Probably should have seen that coming earlier, but... Did my toes? Oh, yeah, from the cat. He almost got me. He was in a very excited mood when I got home the other day. Right. Is it still gonna do the same thing? All right, let's check. Hey, I got a successful thought here.
The fire pit, cigarettes, and empty bottles all evidence it.
It actually worked. It didn't break the camera for me. Scene of the crime?
Not as such. I'm talking about what came after the party scene.
Okay.
Looks like they were here a while, judging from all the bottles. The sunken motor carriage provided them a focal point, like a goose ice sculpture or a chocolate fountain.
Got a couple party goers here. Kind of theater.
Hey, let's keep moving, detective.
Somehow, he doesn't want to dwell on it.
Is there some? I wonder if there's something he sees that I don't. No, get the boat first. There we go. Quick travel. Dude, are you serious? You can't get the... Oh, you can't get it from there. You have to go around the stairs. I see. I was not aware that this game had fast travel. Can I actually go in? No. I don't know. Sounds of life in the north, washboard, scrubs filth from fabric. I don't know how I got here because the camera was fucked up when I came over here. So I don't know where this is relative to... Oh, okay, so the water lock's up here, right? There it is. Okay, so this is where we came from. And then we can't get in here, apparently. Oh, except we can because this gate is down. Okay. Aaron beating everyone to it again. He even beat the cat. We might see him later. We'll probably see him later, but he, Miso looked pretty comfy when I got out of bed this morning. Let's turn this down a touch. The music is a little... Yeah, to keep up your identity. There we go. Makeshift fire pit. Hey, we found somebody. Hey, are you a cryptozoologist by chance, sir? Really? I'm pretty... This looks so clear. Like, the tree is like... Whatever. Hey, Gergs. Wedding stone. Dude, this place is a dump. Gonna take all their money.
You stop mid-step and put your hand on the garish necktie.
That bottle, Bratan! Just look at that bottle! You should care. I'm getting a very special vibe from that bottle. Please go talk to him. I need to look at it closer.
Don't you dare to call her.
Hey, tequila!
Idiot doom spiral. puts down his Pilsner and extends his hand in greeting.
Good to see you. How's business? How's the whole reality situation treating you? So what's happening?
So he knows me.
Yeah, Tequila Sunset. How are the, high concept, reality-based adventures proceeding?
Good. These people know your true name. Looks like it has preceded you, Mr. Sunset. More on that later.
I like this guy. You should too. He respects you by calling you your true name.
I've re-entered reality to conquer it.
That's the spirit. I used to shape reality into my image a long time ago. Those days are over now. Sadly, things aren't going that well in Idiot Doom's Spiral Land. Haven't found those keys yet, haven't won that great piece of ass back. No word from my business buddies.
This guy's your buddy-buddy. You feel it immediately. You belong to an organization, a fraternity of drunks.
What do you guys do?
We are saving the world.
Of course.
Please. Please don't go.
Okay, we're drinking. We're drinking alcohol. That's what we're doing. I tried to save the world once, a long time ago, with enterprise, creativity, and willpower. But that didn't work out. So
Shame.
now it's a pirate's life for me. It definitely is.
You know me.
Oh, do I? Of course. Don't you remember?
Nope.
Aha. Do you want to know how Tequila Sunset came to be?
Tequila. Tequila Sunset. Something ominous there.
Go ahead.
Let me take a sip to moisten up my cords. Tequila Sunset rolled into Martinez last Friday, and by
This is gonna
Tequila
damage my
Sunset,
morale for sure.
I mean you, the man, the myth. Hey,
Was I alone?
let's not jump ahead of ourselves. This is your story. Stop interrupting. You got here on Friday to solve a case, hoping to be the early bird who gets the worm. And by the worm, I mean the buzz. Because as far as I know, all you did was get piss drunk. Word on the street is you went around the local hostel telling people that you're a police officer, and that it would be really fucked up if you shot yourself in the head right in front of them. That's pretty high concept, if you ask me.
Sounds about
Does
right.
that sound like something you'd do? Yeah, probably. The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He's listening as casually as he can.
What happened then?
It was a late Saturday night when we, the Union of Moribund Alcoholics, were getting our drink on. Nothing remarkable about this. We get our drink on 24/7. Makes everything warm and glowy. I trust you know the feeling.
Oh, yes, you do, Bratushka. The only thing better than that is putting the pedal to the metal after you kiss the tie. And off we go.
One moment we hear the sound of a motor carriage revving up somewhere on the plaza, followed by a series of dings and bangs.
Do you remember the sound of wood cracking? The billboard?
Naturally, loud noises pique the interest of anybody owning a pair of ears. That's just the reality we're in.
Naturally.
Anyway, there was a brief silence, a gasp of silence, if you will, followed by a real commotion. We heard the carriage careening towards the coast at top speed. Sounded like someone jumped the canal. We grabbed our brewskis and rushed to the jetty. Never underestimate the speed of an alcoholic. What we saw was a sight to behold. A beat-up police carriage containing you. Right there on the beach. You revved the engine and screamed at the top of your lungs.
So it was Saturday.
The time hath come! So, naturally, being the curious cat I am, I asked what time hath come. To which you replied, the time hath come for Tequila Sunset, the end of all things!
You took off the necktie pretty quickly. I forgot that was an option. That was like way at the beginning, right? What happened
Your
next?
reality contracted. You jammed the pedal, plowed right off the jetty, and through the ice.
Your hands cramped on the steering levers.
We ran towards the ice whilst you crawled your way out, miraculously unhurt, covered in seaweed and shit, like some kind of sea monster. When we finally got there, you were sitting on the beach crying. You said that your badge and uniform were in the car. It was too late to get in there, though. The carriage had sunk too deep.
Badge and uniform. What about my gun?
Recognizing a brother in need, we offered our condolences and invited you to party with us, which you naturally agreed to.
Naturally.
What else was there to do? Thank you, brothers, for your helping hand.
We asked about the whole Tequila Sunset thing, and you told us it was your name now and insisted that we all call you that from then on.
My real name is Harry.
No, that's just what your mother called you. Your real name
Ah.
is Tequila Sunset. Just embrace it, brother.
How long did we party for?
Hours. It was an all-night drink-a-thon. Then, at some point, I think it was Sunday morning, you got belligerent and wanted to talk about Revacholian women. How they're beautiful
There it is.
and
I was waiting
also
for it.
whores and so on.
Ooh boy.
How one of them fucked you real bad. After a short while, you crossed the event horizon, looked sullen, got up, and left without saying anything.
Wow, that's quite a story.
Yeah, I bet Tequila's a fucking legend around the precinct. You must be proud to work with him.
He doesn't know Kim very well.
If you only knew.
Did I tell you anything specific about the person that
You
fucked
were pretty
me?
vague about it, but you kept saying you got fucked real hard, and that we've all been fucked too.
Please, don't open that door.
Yeah, probably shouldn't.
No one's fucked me. I do the fucking around here.
Abigail.
His name is Don't Call Abigail.
It seemed pretty painful, to be honest with you. If I had to guess, I'd say you're still working through some shit.
Did I mention losing anything else?
Beside your gun and your badge, you said something about your hope or heart or something. To be honest, the details are a little hazy. In retrospect, I guess you lost your motor carriage too? That's a big one.
What about my colleagues?
You told us that they were a bunch of fucking losers whose main interest was cramping your style.
Okay.
It's more like you were cramping theirs.
No
but mine's more
specifics,
important.
though. It was more about you that night. You were the star of the show.
Anything about the case?
Yeah, you said it was no biggie and that you'd solve it in no time. And that you didn't need anyone to do it. You're doing it solo now.
A lot of cops go solo and hermit once they reach that level of alcoholism.
It's not meant as a joke. He's sorry
Aw.
for the hermit cop.
Did we talk about politics?
Yeah, you kept talking about how the coal mine owners were fucking us all over, just like that woman fucked you.
Mhm.
I didn't agree with you, by the way. The spectral hand of the market makes sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve.
Did you get a read on what kind of cop I was?
You kept apologizing for being such a bad cop.
Is that
and
Joseph
for the
Smith?
damage you've inflicted
Invisible
on
hand of
everyone
the free
around you.
market? Adam Smith. I was so close. Damn it. I almost sounded smart.
You also kept pausing to knock the heel of your hand against your temples, saying, "Stupid, stupid, stupid."
All right, we're
It's a
done.
hard thing for a man to confront his past. That's why I avoid mine at all costs.
The line. You seem like you're characterized by your storytelling ability. Want to tell me another one sometime?
Whoop-de-doo. So now I'm a fucking storyteller. Right. Why not?
Sure,
Better
why?
than
Yeah.
a beach bum.
Idiot death
It
spiral.
depends,
Tell me that
really.
story.
Are you willing to help me out?
Depends on what you
Gleam
want.
in his eyes and the slouch in his posture is so incredibly familiar.
What do you need? Don't
Booze.
assume. Oh, okay.
Did
It
you
was
already
booze.
forget our party? The thing I relayed to you earlier. So, have you got anything for good old idiot Doom Spiral?
I've got some
A
Commodore
buck
Red.
classy.
Hey, Spiral Boy.
Pushes the
you
cork
gonna share
in?
that?
Don't call them a girl.
Shut up, guys. I'm telling a story here. Something happened to you. Something happened to me, too. My actual name is George, but around here, you already know.
Mhm.
I was once a reasonably high net worth individual, a founder slash junior partner at a high concept creative services agency.
Creative services.
When my story begins, I had just landed a major contract with an insurance firm. I used the profits from my agency to finance what I called a cultural incubator. Abstract value generation.
Ah, the
value
Anna
per
Delvey
person,
Foundation.
High concept
Of
stuff.
course. Did anyone watch Inventing Anna?
I developed the paradigm.
On Netflix?
Worked within the paradigm.
It was a good
But
show.
the burden of leadership weighed heavily on me. So I went jogging every so often to keep myself sane.
How many people did you have working for you?
22 full-time employees, an all-star team, a potentially historical set of individuals. Worrying about them often kept me up well into the morning hours.
I'd probably use
It
a good
helped,
run myself.
Truly. With my trusty Sansaric Lycra tracksuit, I felt like I could conquer the world. But now dreams are worn thin, much like my tracksuit. One day I left on my evening run. As you may know, it's impossible to clear your head when you're distracted by the sound of keys jangling in your pockets.
His eyes are clouded, his dilated blood vessels encircling his irises like stinging brambles.
So I removed the key ring and put the keys for the front gate and the apartment into different pockets to stop the jangling, you see?
Of course.
At least, that was the plan. I was halfway done with my usual lap when it started to rain. The reality situation became very wet, very quickly. Wet, okay? It was raining really hard.
You probably didn't need to ask that.
I made my way back home and discovered that I didn't have the key to the front gate. I'd mixed it up with the key to the letterbox, which was useless. Naturally, the situation required me to climb over the gate, which I did. There was no climbing down because I slipped and landed on my ass.
Say nothing this time.
Reality was looking rather grim just then. Me lying on my ass in a mud pit in the middle of a heavy shower. But when life knocked me down, I always got up. So I made my way across the yard. Standing in front of my apartment door, fumbling with my pockets, I realized that I'd also forgotten my apartment key. I wish I were, Tequila. I wish I were. Instead of my apartment key,
All this 'cause he
I'd
got locked
taken
out
the
of his
key to
house?
the office.
What happened
I
next?
rang my neighbor's buzzers. It was late, and most of them didn't even answer. Those who did assumed I was trying to sell them something and hung up before I could even explain the situation. People are naturally wary of ad men, you see. One moment someone chats you up, 5 minutes later you've bought a box of edible lingerie and a strap-on.
I don't see the problem.
I don't begrudge them, especially since I was known to be one of the best.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Uh-huh.
Just then, I experienced a moment of clarity. I still had the key to my office. I could wait out the storm there. But when I reached my office, I remembered that I'd asked one of my producers to change the locks that day. And since I hired only the best, he'd already done it, and I couldn't get in. Anyway, long story short, life spiraled out of control. I haven't gotten into my apartment for years, and my
What?
girlfriend left me because she didn't want to date a homeless man. The company, well,
What?
you see where I'm going with this.
No, this is the wildest nonsense. You were what?
So, now you've heard
No,
my
he is
tragic
lying to
tale.
me.
What do you think? Like nothing you've ever heard, huh?
There's some steps missing. Hey, Archie. What's Sometimes you just really have a Monday. Oh man, it started raining and now I'm homeless. No, he's
Tequila,
leaving
I've
out
thought
some
about this series of events
details.
for a long time. If there was anything else to it, I would have thought of it by now.
Why didn't you go to the authorities?
Well, at one point they came to me, but, you know, I didn't have any ID on me.
Oh,
so
it's
they
the
tossed me
cops'
in
fault.
jail for
Okay,
2
suddenly
days.
it's more believable.
I can't say it increased my faith in the RCM.
uh,
No offense, gentlemen.
it's-
Me neither, Tequila. When
Okay.
I lost my keys, I lost more
Keys.
than access to my apartment. I also lost my leverage over humanity. I wasn't a high-concept creative director anymore. I was just some homeless asshole with a premium Sansorique Lycra tracksuit.
Strawberry Milk TTV, thank you for the raid. Alice, thank you for the raid. Double raids. Was this a joint effort? Are you teaming up against me? For me, I suppose. Welcome. How's everybody doing? Playing Valorant? All right. Well, I'm Hank. This is Disco Elysium. An absolutely insane game with some very good storytelling. The main character looks like this. Here we can. Boop. There he is. Murder. He's a cop solving a murder. But he's an alcoholic. He's got a lot of problems. So does this guy. We were just talking to him. You a cop? I know. I think it was very early on in the playthrough. I was like, this is a very alternate reality because the citizens are more racist than the cops. But yeah, storytelling very good. Yeah, very solid RPG so far. Idiot Doom Spiral is your favorite character? Yeah, and this guy's name is Idiot Doom Spiral. Not me, but the guy I'm talking to. So this poor alcoholic that's sitting here lost his apartment because he got locked out and then thrown in jail.
Can't
And
imagine what that does to a man's confidence.
you know, Idiot Doom Spiral just
Anyway,
started.
that was all the story one bottle gets you. Almost empty, this one.
Dang. Okay.
You too.
Oh,
Tequila
also the guy
Sunset.
forgot his memory, or he forgot his memory. Well, I guess it technically means the same thing. Lost his memory, can't remember shit, which isn't great when you're trying to solve a murder. And he has no money, and every day I have to pay a 20 real hotel tab. Anybody else here want to talk to me? Very dialogue heavy game. Yeah, I like Cindy the Skull a lot.
The noxious odor emanating from the drunken man is strong and familiar.
Don't you call her? Yeah! Don't call Abigail!
I wonder what his story is.
Uh-huh. Abigail. Don't you fucking call Abigail.
It's like Memento. Well, he doesn't lose his memory every day.
Abigail is his wife or girlfriend. Chances are
There are other
she's gone.
amnesia stories, Gergs.
Calling her wouldn't make it any better or worse.
Yeah.
Never thought you'd see such a thing in your life. But this guy's a little too drunk.
What's your name?
Don't call Abigail.
Is he just gonna say, don't call Abigail? Where am
The
I?
man hiccups, then
Uh-huh.
mumbles something unintelligible.
I really shouldn't get into this with him, but I'm curious.
He snorts and beckons you to lean in closer.
He's gonna stab me in the neck.
Don't call Abigail. Don't
Is that gonna hurt my health because his
call
breath is so bad?
Abigail.
That would have been funny. No, I think we can walk away from Don't Call Abigail. What's his story? He called Abigail once. Look how it turned out.
Good
You have
to
to say.
see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you, buddy boy?
What are you talking about?
So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner, great deal. You won't get a better deal on that piss. Spirits I can let go for 300 real.
300?
I also have speed. And by speed, I mean amphetamine.
See?
Damn.
There it is, Bratushka! The spirit! Let's buy the spirit! 300 real is a lot, but this has to be done! It's our end game!
Oh, also, for anybody just coming in, that voice is my necktie talking to me. Because my character is insane. Let's do that one.
Ratan, you don't understand! It's not just another drink! This is what our relationship has been building towards all these years! This is the climax, the mystery, the virginal sigh! You
Okay.
have to buy it from him! Get it off him! Kill him if you have to! Our ultimate fate depends on it! And the fate of many worlds!
The lieutenant looks at you, looking at the bottle of spirits, then at Rosemary, suspiciously.
Why does it cost 300, first of all?
See, friend, it's real valuable. Worth every real, if you catch my drift.
Bluish
from a
liquid?
bit
He's
of a
trying to sell me
business
antifreeze.
You know, it's funny, actually.
He's finding it difficult to focus his watery gaze.
What?
What did you think was funny?
This guy.
Oh my god, this is like streaming. Start telling a joke and then get lost halfway through and then forget you were even talking.
Discount, no?
Where'd you get it?
Oh, this is medicinal spirits. The good stuff. Got it from the doctor's office.
He ain't shitting you! Medicinal spirits are a blast, Bratan! The flaming truth of this joke of a world!
He is shitting me
I
though.
got one of those scientific ampules a few months ago. Torpedo, they call it. It's supposed to keep a man from taking a drink. Didn't stop me for shit, that's for sure. 5 lemons with half a pack of butter and you're good to go.
What? Lemons?
It was. In a week, the goddamn kidneys started giving me all kinds of help. Finally, the missus took me to a private doctor's office. Not a charity, the real thing.
Uh-huh.
Those arseholes charged me 4 real to remove the damn thing. But I came out on top after all.
What the hell is it? Okay.
The idiots left me alone in there. Now, I used to teach high school biology. I know what doctors use to preserve dead
Oh. No.
things. Like 3 cans of this blue medicinal stuff from the back room. Threw the snakes out and voila. What's left is this beautiful blue stuff. 98.7% almost pure alcohol. 2 I already sold to these fine gentlemen here. But this last one is yours for 3 real, if you want it.
3? No. No, I'm not
So what
drinking
do you want,
formaldehyde, thank you.
His tone is aggressive. You're getting on his bad side now. The alcohol boiling his blood causes the agitation.
Oh, God.
It burns.
All
In
right.
the
I don't want
civilized
to talk to
world,
Rosemary
it's a
anymore.
custom to tip the shopkeep.
I like your name, though.
But come back anyway.
I like the name. Collect bottles for recycling. Let's say Altez Uzen. Oh, is this
Worn
just a
and
spot
beaten
to
wooden planks of the bench.
pass the time?
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Wow, can't even sit down.
can
Mr.
visit the
Serious over
bench.
here.
If you ever need to.
Uh-huh. This game. Found pants outside of a barn. Cool. All work, no bench. Dude, my eyelashes. Something's bugging me. Alright. What time is it? Alright, 11 a.m. here. In the game, not in real life. flower trough. Can we go inside? Hey. Safe and warm. This is probably the neatest house I've seen. Industrial coal pellets. What do you have to say? Are you a child?
Hello, mister.
Little Lily.
She clutches a small stuffed animal. Occasionally, she twirls it around.
Oh, the armored gloves. I forgot about that.
Oh, I had gloves. Very big ones. Heavy, too.
Where did you get these gloves?
Found them when Lemmy and I were playing hide and seek. In an empty house. Where no one lives. I think someone hid them there.
She doesn't want you to think she stole them.
Where are they now?
I hid them. The twins were gonna take them. They're stupid.
Stupid twins.
We are going to need those gloves. It's for important police business.
Oh. They're in my sandcastle.
Oh.
Behind our house. Under the sand. You can break the castle. It's not very good.
I'm sure you did a great job. For your parents.
My mom's outside. And I don't really know about my dad.
Gives you a bright smile like it's a good thing. God, this game's depressing. What's... Yeah, the
It's
stuffed bird.
gross.
You might be able to get on God's good side if you replace the broken skewer you almost certainly broke.
Oh, at the Whirling in Rags. Right, right, the hotel. Yeah, can I have it?
Sure. Just go and get it. I don't like it anyway. It looks angry.
Okay. What's the
It's
toy?
Lammy. He's my friend. Sort of. Like,
Lambie is a stuffed lamb that, admittedly, has seen better days. One of the eye buttons is missing, and the fur is tattered in several parts.
Nice to meet you, Lammy.
Lammy usually doesn't like strangers. But you're also fuzzy, like Lammy.
All right.
Bye!
Gimme. I hope her parents don't mind. I'm sure it's fine that I just asked her and not her parents, who actually own it. All right, out back, you built a sandcastle.
Weather has not been kind to Lily's little sandcastle. The once mighty towers are quickly eroding away. You can see something shining back to you from what must have been a vast underground catacomb network.
Reach in, pull out the shiny
The
object.
walls and floors give way to the giant's greed, collapse and present you with a pair of ceramic gauntlets.
Congratulations. That's the gauntlets down then. We're doing good on the armor collection front.
Great. Honestly, I didn't expect to do anything with that task at all. But that was just a pleasant surprise. Oh, Kim got stuck. Poor guy. So this has to be against some kind of regulations here, just dumping oil barrels. Mazut. Hope that doesn't mean hazmat. Oh, are these the twins she was talking about?
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone. He can't be more than 5 years old. The other one looks indistinguishable from him. He watches his brother kick the stone with his tongue lolling out of his mouth.
Where's your mom?
The kids don't reply, absorbed in their little game.
Is Lily your sister?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. You guys look
The
identical.
stone-kicking one becomes frantic all of a sudden, as if that's something to be scared of. The obvious fact that you just stated.
He looks just like me.
I said that.
The boy doesn't answer. His brother throws another rock. Both of their hair is covered in some kind of dirt. The rock kicker was just being shy, but now he's enthusiastic again.
You're bad with kids.
So observant, Kim. Are you Kid Master General?
Maybe I am. Now, how about some actual police work? We are not getting anything here.
We should probably arrest him. You the mom?
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
Okay.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
We are not
But you
here
got
to
trouble.
cause any trouble, madame.
Oh, okay.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan. Shows you got style.
We're cops, we're Hellraisers. Click, click, bang, bang. Nah.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take
What?
care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I'm considered an ill omen? Damn.
No, not you personally.
Oh,
I
okay.
meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another.
Have I seen
Locked
myself?
himself
That's
in
fair.
that woodshed over there. He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
So I have been here before, though. Is that okay? Whatever. What kind of an ill
Oh,
omen?
the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
Police haven't seen you in 12 years. Sounds great.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
Why hasn't anyone told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
Of the ill omen, probably.
Because you're an ill omen.
There we go.
But you're still welcome here, as long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then, because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage, and not a lot
like
of
she's making fun of me.
houses, or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us? Not much. There's the abandoned church, the DeLorean Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even. Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
And then God died.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, we've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep her talking.
I have a feeling you're leaving
Well,
stuff out.
There's that music. Music from across the sea. Huh. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting, even through the nights. And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that.
Any of them look like a cryptozoologist?
Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the case. A Rusalka or a half-demonic Apsara singing.
What else?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins, an apartment complex, or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses, empty. Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk, but it's closed.
They're a fishing village. Why is the fish market closed? There's got to be more.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think.
I really want to know
Sending
how many
goods and ammo
hours of
across the
dialogue they
bay.
had to record for this
It's
game.
jam shut though. We tried to get in,
Just a
see if
ridiculous
there was
amount.
anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
What's in this village?
Just us.
Just
It's
us.
barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
What do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap. A blank spot on the map. Just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
Could be something here.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them, an overgrown park.
It's the pox.
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Who else lives
Well,
here?
there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
Yep.
I'm sure you did. Nature keeps them in rotation. A new face pops up every now and an old one disappears and is forgotten. This is who we are.
Talk very slowly. Is there a way to make a little money?
Here, for you, no officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
All right,
She
another
nods,
topic.
rinsing another piece of cloth.
Tell me about yourself.
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie. Now it's your turn, Mr. Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
She's got a couple of ranks herself. Honored chief and so on.
Where could someone stay?
Stay?
I don't
Most people
want to stay,
here are
but
trying to leave.
gotta exhaust
That
all the
said,
dialogue
If
options.
lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
How much?
I won't charge you for it.
Aww.
Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
This is Kai Gar, yeah, the hotel manager. It's so sweet of her. Can I give her
Don't
money
make
anyway?
An old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Hey Globo, how long is this game? You're sick of it? I know, it's very,
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning,
it's a lot of just
I know
talking.
where to find you. Here, in a shack.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room.
Finally, you have those lamos of matinees off your back.
Well, I don't have to worry about paying
This
a
looks like
hotel
great
bill
place
anymore.
to bring chicks.
All right, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna betray the old woman's trust. Curious. I think it's like in the 20s of hours, but I don't know. What are these doing in the fish? I don't even know what these are. Who are you?
Hi, officer.
Lillian.
Anything I can help you with?
Where are we?
A fishing village on the seashore. This place doesn't really have a name. It's sometimes called Elysium.
A very rough estimate? Sure, yeah.
The sign on the street leading here is illegible. Has been since they built this place.
What's your name?
The name is Lillian. People call me Netpicker. I think I have time for questions, and that was actually the second one.
Probably past half.
Ask her about the
Cool.
sword.
I did spend a lot of time
Looks
just wandering in the early bit. Looking for someone.
Let's see. Who are you looking for?
Oh, I am looking for a missing cryptozoologist.
I don't think I know what these are. Care to elaborate?
We'll look for imaginary animals.
Aha! Like snowmen. Two
Okay.
old guys have been wandering around here, nose in sand, talking nonsense about snowmen and the like.
Where'd they go?
I don't really know.
I think I hear a
They're down
cat
the
walking around
peninsula,
upstairs.
I guess. I mean, that's where they were heading.
I think he's awake.
Who else are you looking for besides snowmen?
A working class husband.
Yeah, I'm not really looking for that anymore. Not much into the middle class ones either. Could do with some landed gentry, but apparently they don't make those anymore.
Not for me.
Wish I could help you with that, but I haven't seen your working class husband. Maybe I can help you find someone else.
She seems genuinely sorry for not being able to help you.
Well,
all
how
for
can I
now.
assist you then, officer?
What do you... Wait, I'm not looking for
Oh.
someone else. Never mind.
Well, how can I assist you?
What do you do?
Like I said, fish mostly. Sail the waves, take care of the kids, pick nets. Right now I'm tarring a little skiff.
What else?
I sell the fish to people in the Delta to serve at their fancy restaurants. Authentic Insular Indian cuisine.
Keep off the counter! Cat's jumping on the counter.
Sometimes I also walk to the beach to see what the sea has given up. The sea is full of surprises.
This is what is called a conversation. You don't
Have a
to
good one,
keep
cup of
up
nudes.
right now.
What have you found?
Wood, pieces of glass. Every once in a while we see dead bodies. Human, animal, fish, other odd sea creatures. A mine washed ashore once.
A mine?
Bottles, drugs also. Lost cargo in general. Most of the time it's just wood and glass.
All right. Major choice moment. You only get to ask one thing. It would be weird to say them all. Choose wisely.
Ask about the wood. We're not going to ask about the drugs. I think either the bodies or the mine. Why don't you leave is kind of an insensitive question. Human bodies.
Well, you're barking under the wrong tree then, officer. I have no interest in floaters. Seen enough of them in my life already. Very unattractive bunch.
Ask about the sword.
Fortunately, the factory sold this one with a 3-year warranty instead of a story. It's to intimidate folks mostly.
Leaving costs money, exactly. You know how to use it?
Not really. I know some basic moves, and I know it sure as hell beats a knife when you're in a tough spot.
It is imposing.
It's a regular mass-produced sword, like a shovel or an axe. Nothing fancy, just for intimidation.
Why do you need intimidation
From
tactics?
time to time, people need a lesson in respect. That's just the way it is. Back in the day, I caught the eyes of many men. And believe me, men need a lesson in manners from time to time.
Where are all the men
Some
now?
went to patch their wounds, their lesson learned. Others were more thick-headed. And one of them, I ended up marrying.
She is alright. I like Lillian. Where's your husband? I don't like any of these options. Going where?
To the waves.
Yeah, there it is.
The sea took him. It was a long time ago.
Oh.
He didn't respect the sea. Went out there, drunk like a skunk, and sure enough, one day the boat was found floating empty. The bloated corpse turned up 2 weeks later.
Horrible.
Now, before you tell me how sorry you are for my loss, know that it was 4 years ago, and I've moved on. There's only so much mourning you can do for a drunk with sinewy muscles.
And that's the man the daughter was happy to be rid of.
She really liked those muscles, though. It's in the way she pronounces sinewy.
Should have thrown yourself in the waves after him? Jesus Christ. Healthy to let go and move on.
Working folk don't have the luxury to be bedsick with melancholy. I buried him, mourned for an appropriate amount of time, and went on. Life didn't really change that much for me and the kids.
This is neither a touchy nor a very interesting topic for her. She looks like she's ready to go on a date with another, better, drunk. Ask her. Both of you could need some action.
While she's at work.
Hit on the widow. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah, 3%, no shit. Kim's presence makes it awkward. Man. It's your skiff?
Sure is. The sun, I call her, coated with a fresh layer of tar just yesterday. It'll take some time for it to dry.
Don't know a good spot.
Assuming the sunny days continue.
Yeah. Sunny days.
Aye. Sunny days.
Oh, okay.
You got a problem with that?
No, ma'am. We have no quarrel with sunny days.
Good. It would have been bad news had it turned out it wasn't a sunny day. Bad news for the skiff, bad news for the nets, bad news for the kids.
There's a moment's silence. She looks at the rain streaming down the yellow belly of the boat.
I want to add... When do you think it'll be ready?
In time, when the sea turns and the winds settle, she will be ready.
Waves wash the sand. A skiff moves.
Yeah, we're not going to ask her to go on a date.
Sea,
Explore the coasts.
A lone passenger. A fast sloop in the distance. White sails.
All right, see you later, Mel. Hey, cavalry boots. Planks creak beneath your weight. I think the game just called me fat. School of fish.
The door has seen better days. The layer
Oh,
of
this
paint
is
has
the
started
shack,
to peel
okay.
off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangement. But just so you know,
He's gonna, he's not gonna be happy with me for taking handouts.
after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the whirling in rags for the night.
No? Okay.
We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Fair.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
The mutton chops? We're really gonna get the mutton chops off? Alright, let's do it. Let's try. I'm gonna end up like cutting myself and dying.
Like an artist
Never mind.
with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade.
Oh
chips
my
against
god,
your
that made
skin,
it so much worse.
producing a scratching sound.
Alright, I'll
The
show you.
surface
Hang
underneath
on.
The beard feels tender. The air brushing against it, chilly.
Look at that. Ridiculous. Looks like a clown. Ah, feel your
They feel so
cheeks.
smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Clown that OD'd. Ugh. Was it the right
water
call? I don't think
reflects back
so.
a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair,
He does look a little
persistent
younger.
swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. The beardless nature of your cheeks makes the expression seem even more like a terrifying grimace.
Right.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum. The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
Who the hell is that voice? My forward base.
Overhead, you hear the forlorn shriek of seagulls. Far below the birds, a wooden boardwalk filled with abandoned stands, tables and benches, echoes from a long-lost time. A middle-aged man stands in a rundown shack on the edge of a fishing village, listening to the heater hum on the wall. Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
That was creepy.
The bed is comforting.
Okay, that looked like a sick jacket. Where is it? Wait. Can I wear the gloves? Get that. Looking good now. All right. Anything on that? What is that?
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
To try to stop the expression. I think I need double sixes.
Still,
I didn't think that was gonna happen.
it won't come off that easy.
Oh, I could also dig deep. Locate the source. I don't think we're ever gonna know that, though. I don't think my stats are quite correct. Look under the floorboards, though, huh? How would I do that? We'll worry about it later. So we do have to go back to the Whirling in Rags at some point and give the bird to Mr. Gart. What else is going on over here? Quick travel unlocked. Keep saying quick travel. Yeah, he's taking the long way. The rust-colored water. Oh my god, this place is huge!
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with. You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez?
I don't like this guy already.
From Hilostown. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. very rich in hypertext.
Nice to meet you.
Hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words. This doesn't mean anything.
What was about the windows?
Oh, yes. So, Mikhail, they had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
You and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say
course.
hi to the officers. Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately.
Cool.
But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
This man is your half-brother.
What?
You feel it. But why?
What's so fascinating about an empty old building?
But it's not just any empty old building. What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D? It looks
Building?
old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart.
That's
its
what your brain
stone
says
and
whenever you
metal
meet someone
carcass.
new too.
Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
When I was in college, my roommate said that he thought he saw me in the dining hall. He said like there was this guy that looks so much like you that like I followed him and I almost said something to him because I thought it was you. Never saw that person in my life, and like I knew it wasn't me, but I think about that every so often. I just have a doppelganger running around, maybe still in Minneapolis somewhere. I don't know. What's an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research.
I want to do
and
like
development.
I want to have like
They don't use it
a
anymore.
I hope it's like a long lost twin and we can have some kind of parent trap situation. That'd be fun. There's the boy. What are you doing? Yawning? Yeah. Here. Come here. No? Okay, fine. Acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore. Yeah, no need for research and development anymore. So. All right, you can jump up on the shelf. That's cool too.
You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Of course.
That's
Feld
not
Electrical.
surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve. Or should I say, they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was the ace?
It was here in Martinez.
He is a nerd.
possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
Tape computer.
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer. Which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
Indeed.
This guy's too happy with himself.
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market.
Ah.
Feld's move to Revachol backfired.
You
The
doing,
revolutionary
Cat?
government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins.
I'm sorry, I'm watching my cat on a very unstable shelf. Amusing himself. Are you stuck? You too nervous to get down? There you go. You got it. Good job.
All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
They built the boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
Pleasure wheel is a really weird name for a Ferris wheel. At least I hope it's a Ferris wheel.
A pleasure wheel?
Perhaps reminded of a childhood memory. It's clear he would prefer there were a big wheel lighting up the coast.
Kim just likes wheels, apparently.
Yes. To lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before
Hiring
Feld arrived.
engineers.
They had to make the
Perks of the job. We got a
living here
Ferris
attractive.
wheel.
It was supposed to become a global
Pay as
center
shit,
for innovation
but-
in cybernetics. But history had other
Ferris
plans.
wheel. What happened to
I'm
the
afraid
people
it
and
didn't end
whatnot?
well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here.
Ah, they're all
Now,
dead.
If you were to ask about tape computers,
What did the revolutionaries do with those advanced
they
tape
used them
computers?
for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What's that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02.
Of course, of course.
It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bon Baiser dans ce Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How did they work?
Actually,
I
no
don't.
one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite,
Right.
alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware.
Kind of surprised none of the big companies have tried building one for recruitment. There is a there's a tech company in Madison called Epic, who handles like if you've ever used MyChart for doctor's visits, I think they developed that. It's like insurance software and hospital software. You can use it on the patient side, on the doctor side, whatever. Huge company. They have a big whole campus with buildings themed after, like, you know, fun whimsical things. Like they have an Alice in Wonderland building, they've got a like Halloween kind of Star Wars building, you know, all kinds of stuff. I think there might be like a Lord of the Rings stuff. I think they have a big statue of Gollum in there. But the owner's whole thing is they just try to make, you know, have this fun whimsical place. So when the pandemic hit, this whole huge campus going unused, and the very old school who likes to think she's progressive owner was like, well, this sucks. It was doing everything that she could to bring everybody back to the office, and the employees hated that because, like, out of one side of their mouth, they were saying, this is working great, you guys are doing so well adapting to this change and working from home. And then out of the other side of the mouth, it was like, we need to get you people back in the office. I don't care that we're only 6 months into the pandemic. Like, they kept people at the office for as long as they could because saying that they were a healthcare, they were, you know, necessary workers. It was a healthcare company. They weren't. They're a tech company. It's stupid. Anyway, I have it's really dumb. But yeah, they have this whole fun, goofy office. There's a building with a slide. That's a big thing. Anyway.
10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center.
At the Wumpty Dumpty Dum
It
Center.
raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul
Oh,
Ockerman, who was
man.
head curator
How
at the
did you-
time.
how did
This
you
was
get that
before the
line
twins
out?
Keith and Guy Hughes joined the team, trying to.
All right. Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. Of course, the Wumpty Dumpty Dum.
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center?
But no Ferris wheel. Yeah, see, if there was a Ferris wheel, you could. That's social distancing, man. If everybody worked on a Ferris wheel on their little computers, you're more than 6 feet apart in those little cars. Brilliant. I'm surprised she didn't think of that.
He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world.
Yeah. What are you talking
the
about?
Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ackerman, chose to...
Yeah, you're making this up.
In fact, I'm not. The Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even.
I need to,
One could write directly on the tape using
we're gonna unlock that just so I can internalize the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. Absolutely need to do that. 42 minutes. All right, let's do that.
Beautiful, delicate thing.
The device itself is very elegant and fragile, even write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. A beautiful, delicate thing. Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionary setting fire to this precious device.
You had a completely full thought cabinet?
The felt playback experiment vanished into the fires of 07.
The Feld playback experiment?
The official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience, but those are incorrect.
Why did they destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes.
How did I end up talking to this guy for like 20 minutes? Okay, ask something else.
What else?
I think we're done here.
Thanks to you for having me and little Michaela here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
It's so cute that you think that. All right, let's keep moving. He does take a while. God. Oh, is this the electrical plant that she was talking about now? Smash the plastic dome. Why would you do that? Balls become terrible. What about the dudes that were digging in the sand? I didn't see anybody on the way over here. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna miss out on that $1.15. You know, I'm a little hurt that Kim didn't even seem to notice that I shaved. I've done all this work. Music is coming from somewhere on the ice. Sure, it's not dangerous at all. Why is there all this stuff hiding in the poles? 260. I'm rich. He's not gonna bring it up if I don't. Fair. Fair. I guess I have a friend who changes his facial hair all the time, and I don't really comment on it. Shadow of a very large building. What time is it? All right. Oh, this is the church. Okay. I need that money more than God does.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
Inspect the carpentry.
The carving on the door is block-like and angular, like the church itself. 2 large beams shoot downwards, sinking into the wood before they reach the threshold.
Run your hand over a
The
beam.
surface is smooth from the wind, but moist to the touch.
See if they open.
Nothing happens, only the sound of the padlock rattling against the door.
I've got bolt cutters that I can't put on right now.
I don't think that's going to work.
Now with that attitude, look at the padlock.
This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp and a staple screwed into the wooden door. The lock is adorned with a yellow sticker.
What's on the sticker?
You see a yellow circle with 2 X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. You're pretty sure you haven't seen it before, but what the symbol depicts is clear enough. A smiling dead guy. The curve makes it smile, and the X's make it dead.
Have you seen this symbol before?
He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean before inspecting the sticker. Then he looks up, pauses, and replies.
No.
What does it
Looks
look like?
a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. For Revachol ZOC, the moral intern defined junior delinquents as minors between the ages of 10 and 16 who have committed an act in violation of the law. These acts aren't called crimes as they would be for adults. Crimes committed by minors are called delinquent acts. This was part of your officer's exams. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth.
Try to peel off the sticker without ripping it.
Your hands
Shit.
are clammy from the sea air. The piece of sticker keeps slipping away.
Have that handkerchief?
The lieutenant hands you a blue handkerchief. He looks a little dismayed when he gets it back crumpled.
Well,
However, it should be easier to peel the sticker off now. There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Au revoir, sticker.
there's no point to that at all. The nerd guy talking outside the old building is you.
The padlock passes through a staple that's been hastily attached to the wood. Closer inspection reveals that one of the screws is not a screw at all, but a nail.
I turned
The
vandalism
work has
into
been done
littering. Oh,
recently
man.
and is unprofessional, to say the least.
Yeah, I just don't want anybody getting in trouble for putting stickers on things. I'm trying to help out, right?
Should you want to get through, it might be easier to just pry the whole thing off.
You have a pry bar.
You really want us in there? I do have tools in the kinema, but maybe we should circle the building and look for another way in first. The building has seen enough mistreatment.
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Yes, the pulsing base. A sure sign of junior delinquency.
Ooh, Kim's all about that
Somewhere
base.
east of here.
Okay, what time is it? All right, good time to call it. Let's save here. Let's save here.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
I gotta get going. I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys very much for hanging out. Thank you again to Alice and Strawby for the raids. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Can I send you that audio? I can try. I remember finding it, finding where this saves, the GoXLR saves audio samples was difficult, but I'll give it a shot when I get home today. Thank you guys for hanging out. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday. More Disco Elysium tomorrow morning, and more, what else are we doing? Breath of the Wild tomorrow afternoon. Having a really fun time with both.